Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
This is Bo and Kimberly with Responsibly Dangerous. And just out here again, still on the Carson River, working on our series on Build Not Break. Right?
Yep.
That's what it was, Build Not Break. On doing life and business and marriage all together. Nice.
At the same time.
At the same time, because life is really one. It's not. It's not these boxes that so many people want to put things into. Maybe even you fall in that category where you're trying to put pieces of your life in boxes, and then you find that there's problems in that transition between boxes. That's really what happens a lot of times.
And maybe you guys are working two separate jobs where you are away from one another for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You come back together and you try and have to decompress from the entire day. So that takes yet another hour, and there's only so many hours in a day.
Well, there's just so much natural disconnect because you've gone two separate ways. So the first section of this series we want to get into is, should you work together with your spouse, build a business together with your spouse, build a life together with your spouse? And everybody says, well, of course, we build a life together, but then we do all kinds of separate things. No. Should you build a life together, including a business together? And I would say,
Absolutely.
resounding, yeah. And even back, if you go back to the creation of man, we believe in the Bible and the biblical account, the creation of man. Man's created for fellowship with God, with the purpose of tending the garden. And God looks down and says it's good for him not to be alone, and makes him
a woman,
makes him a helpmeet out of his rib. And so they're even created for a uniform purpose. We live in a day and age where there's this thought that that we're supposed to do separate things and have separate careers and separate life really from each other. But really, the thing is, by design, marriage is a singular, a uniform purpose and intent. And really, the greatest strength you can find is when you're together, even by our design. So we find a design purpose together and we act upon that together. There really is an incredible bond that can happen between a husband and wife.
Yep.
Because it comes all the way back to our design and our purpose. And when you look at that design and that purpose, it doesn't lessen any. In fact, one of the things Kimberly and I like to talk about a lot is should your wife work for you? No!
Your wife should never be working for you. Your wife should be working with you.
And so there's like this balance within this whole thing where it's like, it's healthy to have one purpose and one intent, but really it shouldn't be one working for another. It should be working together with. The Bible talks about husband and wife being one flesh. Well, part of my flesh doesn't work for the other part of my flesh.
It works with it.
It works with it. And works for the same intended purpose and such. And so it's really an incredible thing when you really start to live out your marriage as one flesh. And it's something that's almost lost in our day and age. I mean, you think about it, the design intent back to Adam and Eve, but you even go back prior to the Industrial Revolution, and husbands and wives worked together. They worked the farm together, and those maybe that had gotten into retail would have worked their stores together, and no matter what area they took prior to the Industrial Revolution, almost all families worked together. It just was how things were, and really comes back to a healthier time. And it's funny because we even kind of, I think, romanticize that era. We think, well, there must have been something different about them.
There was something so different.
There was something different about them, but there really wasn't anything different about them other than choices that they made, and learning to explore and learn kind of the original ways of working together. And that comes to several things. One of the things that we find in husbands and wives work together, those that don't know, one of the businesses that we do is we consult husbands and wives in business. And in that, one of the interesting things that we find is that when this is done properly, right? Because it can be done wrong.
It can be, and we have done it wrong.
Yeah. Oh my, have we done it wrong?
So let's be honest about that.
It's funny. I was just thinking about it. Is there anything that you can only do right? I think pretty much everything can be done incorrectly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like there's a proper and improper way to do just about anything. But when it's done properly, there's incredible power in a husband and wife working together.
There is.
In part because I only have my perspective. And she only has her perspective. And when we learn to work together and learn to work as one flesh, we get a two-dimensional outlook that really gives us an edge from a lot of businesses and such like that.
Because we're always going to have a different perspective.
Oh yeah,
always.
Yeah. And so there's an incredible power though when we learn to trust each other in our perspectives and operate on it. So should you work together with your spouse? Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be one flesh. You claim to like this person. Maybe, just maybe, you should do life and business with them.
Maybe you would start getting to the point where you enjoy them even more if you started working together.
Yeah.
So kind of a challenge for you guys to think about that. If you're working separately from your spouse and you've had the desire, or maybe you haven't had the desire and this is sparking that desire, we just want to encourage and make sure that others understand and know that it's absolutely possible. We've seen, not only have we done it successfully, but we have
done it wrong.
Coached many others into doing it successfully and have a load of testimonials that we can give from people that are so happy that they made the switch.
Yeah. So the next episode, here's what we're going to get in the next episode. The beginning of working together, which is the uniformity of your why, right? And pulling a why together. And you say, well, what is he talking about? You'll figure out in the next one. So stick with us to the next one. Stay tuned, and you'll learn why.
Bye, guys.